Gospel of Mark 9, verse 14. And when he came to his disciples, that's Jesus, he saw a great multitude about them, and the scribes questioning with them. Jesus came to his disciples and he saw a crowd of people around them asking them questions, querying different things. Unfortunately, it wasn't questioning them about the miraculous works that they were called to do. The religious people were questioning them about the failure of the command of Jesus. And verse 15 tells us, and straightway all the people, when they beheld him, were greatly amazed, and run unto him, saluted him. They forgot about the religious leaders when they saw Jesus coming. The religious leaders, as we'll find as we read this story, got the publicity that they wanted. The disciples of Jesus were powerless. And the religious systems of the world today are feasting upon the outcome of empty religion. Powerless men and women that claim to have the power of God. And the people come running to Jesus, and Jesus asked the scribes, "What question ye with them?" He said to the religious people, "Why are you questioning my disciples?" And one of the multitude answered and said, "Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which has a dumb spirit." Well, as we read this story, we'll find out that he had a dumb spirit, but that dumb spirit had a lot of company. And wheresoever he taketh him, he teareth him, and he foameth, and he gnasheth with his teeth, and pineth away. And I spake to thy disciples that they should cast him out, and they could not. This man knew that his son needed deliverance. And he brought him to the disciples of Jesus to cast out the demons, but they could not. Why was that? Because if we turn back and just keep your finger in there, because we'll come back again. If we turn back to Mark 3 and verse 14 and 15. Mark 3 verse 14. And he ordained 12 that they should be with him, and that he might send them forth to preach, and to have power to heal sicknesses, and to cast out devils. These men were called of God. These men had a commission from God. These men had got something that they should have been using and operating, and yet they couldn't use it, or didn't want to use it, whatever the case may be. And everybody that's born again on this planet tonight have got that great commission, that same power and that same authority. But many refuse to operate on it and to use it. And whenever this story, you read about it in Matthew's Gospel, it said whenever the disciples asked Jesus why they couldn't cast out these demons, he said plainly and straightly, because of unbelief. Because of unbelief, they couldn't carry the command of God. Because of unbelief, they couldn't just receive what Jesus gives them. And you know, Jesus has given us something tonight, and we can only receive it by faith. We can only begin to walk on it by faith.